My background in education, beyond obviously just being a student, is I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher since 1999, and I fell into it on accident. I got into teaching for the money. That's a true story. I was going to be an actuary. I was going to make real money. I was working at a bank. It was my first day working at a bank. And Clovis High School called me and said, "Hey, Alice, would you mind coming in for an interview tomorrow? Would you mind filling out an application?" And I thought, full-time with benefits, part-time minimum wage? Yes. So that's how I got started with teaching. And turns out this is my life calling. I'm not so excited about helping students to do math. I want to help them to just love life. And math is obviously part of life. I am a math teacher. So I've been teaching math since 1999. And I have also taught in the teacher credential program, where I work with pre-service teachers on how to integrate technology into their classroom. So I didn't want to be a teacher. I had 0 classes in the teacher credential program. I was brought on because I have a degree in math. So clearly that's going to make me a good teacher. Not a chance. So my first week teaching, I had the students did you know that students in high school don't necessarily know how to multiply? I didn't. And so I just thought, hey, here's your homework. You guys are going to do it, and I'm going to give you a grade. I'm like, this is terrible. I'm just going to give you a 0. And I thought that would really motivate them. Oh, okay, now they know what I expect. That was not their response. It was more like, the heck with this, I'm doing nothing. So it really shaped my perspective on education, is what actually motivates students to want to learn, because grades are not it. And so I feel like that's something that drives a lot of what I do, is how do we create engaging teaching experiences where it's not something that they're doing for a grade, but it's doing something because they really want to. Alert, Google Apps is not engaging. In fact, Google Classroom is just an empty box that you can put boring things in. Ooh, write an essay in a Google Doc? Yeah, not super creative. What really makes Google Apps engaging is you. It's how you approach and design the learning environment that helps students to find it to be engaging. How do we use Google tools to engage students? And how do we not use Google tools to engage students? Because it's not the technology that's engaging. It's the intentional design of how we interact with our kids and those relationships that we build with them that help them to want to keep doing the assignment. 50 ways to engage students with Google Apps addresses a big challenge in education: student engagement. We know that there is an engagement problem in school. We have students who aren't coming to school, and even when they are in school, they're sleeping. I don't want to do it. How do I get students to do work? Well, you don't just get them to do work. You have to get students excited about what they're learning, to make it meaningful, to provide them with choice. And most schools are using some form of technology. So how do we just turn away from the Chromebook just being, hey, you can write an essay on it, but rather to use the Chromebook and Google Workspace as a way to really engage our students in their learning. And that is what the book is about. Passion around what makes for good teaching and not just focusing on tools. So I am looking up research around what makes not just an engaging learning environment, but what just makes for good learning, and what is personalized learning. That phrase drives me crazy because most of the time I see personalized learning as self-paced. There's nothing personalized about self-paced. It's just at your own pace, which then also robs you from having interactions with others when you're not on the same pace. So how can I, because I'm a Google developer expert for Google Workspace, I code, how can I use Google Sheets, the Google Gemini API, to allow you to put into your Google Sheet, what is it about your students that they're really interested in? What topics are you teaching? And for that to help you generate more meaningful lesson plans that really are personalized.